Hello class, welcome back. Last week we talked about like what we're doing, why we're doing it, who we're doing it for. To kind of finish who we're doing it for is picking your target market, which is you can't market yourself to everybody. You can't just mass market your product to the whole world. You're not Coca-Cola, you don't have the money like Coca-Cola does. So you need to understand your customer. So I want to assign this reading for you, 10 questions to ask before determining your target market. It's a great article. I'll link it in the description below. And I mean, exactly the first sentence sums it up. The better you understand your customer, the faster your business will grow. But new ventures often struggle to define their target market and set their sights too broadly, as I was mentioning before. So give this a read. This will help you pick, who are you targeting? And these are the people that you want to draw to your website and you want to draw to your social media. Okay, so moving on to the next lesson, all about websites. So the first thing about websites is I feel like it's also relevant when people do PowerPoints, and everybody starts with Microsoft PowerPoint or they start in the website program. And I don't think that's the right way to do it. I think you should start with a good old-fashioned pen and paper or a whiteboard and do what this person is doing, which is write down, you have your website, and write down all the different pages you want on your website or all the different things you want to do with your website. Do you want to blog? Do you want to sell stuff? Do you want a forum? Do you want people to be able to talk to each other on there? Do you want a gallery where there's images and videos? Do you want a mailing list? Do you want a fan club? There's many things you could do with the website. So go ahead and start with a pen and paper and just start writing down your ideas. Here's a much more in-depth look on this, as well as a number. I'm like, what's if you, in your navigation, which one will come first, home or about, and prioritize which of your pages are most important, because this is going to help you when it comes down to actually building your website. You now have a blueprint, you have a plan of what you're going to do with your website. So start with something like this, and then you can kind of branch out and have all the different things you want to put on your website, and maybe aim big and start small. This is what I think I'd want it to look like if I could have everything. And then when you're first getting started, just do the most important things first. And as you get more time, you can add these things on. So think about the flow, and when a customer comes to your website, where do you want them to go first? And when they go there, what do you want them to be able to do, and what do you want them to be able to see? This is all in your control, and it's really good to start thinking about this before you're actually on like a Squarespace or something like that, like this, and you're actually, or Weebly, something like this, and you can actually start building your website. You don't want to start here. You will have a lot of shortfalls doing that. You're going to get stuck. You're going to be short-sighted when you're working, so just don't do that. Okay, so first task, go start offline and build a blueprint like this. Okay, look, we're already done with that. Second thing that I think is super important, especially today, is if you look at traffic, all the websites that I've built, all the social media channels that I manage, some of them even have an older demographic, way older. I'm talking 30 plus to 65. They all still, the majority of users are viewing either the Facebook channel or the website from a mobile device. And websites look differently on a mobile device than they do on a desktop. And there's ways to optimize your website so that the mobile experience is also good. And I'll talk to you about how you can check that and how you can edit it. But most of the programs that I recommended we use, which is Wix, Squarespace, Weebly, Shopify, they all have a mobile device. So for example, this one, I'm on desktop mode right now. I can go to mobile mode, and this is how my website's going to look in mobile. And as you can see, it still looks good. It's still easy to navigate. There's still a menu here. When you click this, you get to the menu. And you can change the colors and everything else. So a lot of these websites now have the mobile editor built in as well. But something to consider, that the majority of people, a lot of people like to spend a lot of time on the desktop version of the site, which is great, but they neglect the mobile. And the majority of users now are on mobile. I mean, you're watching this. Some of you might even be watching this from a mobile phone. Or think about how often you visit websites from a mobile phone. I bet it's becoming more and more common. So here's some little secrets of the trade, some things that I've learned along the ways that's going to really help you out. One is, did you know that people, when we're looking at a computer screen or a monitor or even a newspaper, our eyes will go to the upper left corner first. So think about that when you're building your website on your home page. Before you scroll down like this, just, when you're at the top of a page, your eyes are going to go to here. So here we see a headline, which is good. We see the headline. It's most important. Where the least important stuff is down here in the bottom right. They're saying that the priority of our eye is third there. So think about that and have your most important things, your call to action. Call to action being like, what do you want people to do? Do you want them to click something? Do you want them to buy something? Do you want them to subscribe? Do you want them to give you your email? Whatever you want people to do, this is your golden opportunity in that upper left corner. So think about that with your home page and all your other pages as well, but especially your home page, because that's where you're going to be getting a lot of traffic. People read in F patterns. So you see like an F. So when you're building your website, think about that as well. Use visibly bigger introductory paragraphs for improved attention. So you get interesting, right? That the first paragraph, make it a little bigger than the rest. People don't scroll very much. Most important thing is above the fold. The left side gets more attention than the right. This is a huge one. First impressions take less than a second. Think about any website, and when you land on the page, what's the first thing you think about? You're not going to be thinking this when you're building your website, but have somebody just, once you build your website, have somebody go there and just say, what do you think? And see what they think about your website. I want to show you 3 common website layouts. I'm just using Squarespace for the example. You were just testing out their preview websites. But the first one is called a scrolling website. It's not so much menu heavy. It's only got 3 things. It's very clean, shop now. But as you scroll, the website kind of interacts with you and you go to all these different things. That's called a scrolling website. And then when you say shop, I'm sure this scrolls as well. Yeah, it's a scrolling website. You scroll through it. This is very, very popular these days. It's become very popular, and the reason is it looks really it's slick. This is more of a traditional website where you have your home page, you have some buttons on it, what your main appeal, and then it's pretty much left side navigation, and the left side navigation stays here the whole time. And you got your blog, and it's very clean and simple. I really like this kind of site myself, but some people don't. And then the blog could scroll, but see, the menu never moves. So this is more of a framed website. So you got a frame on the left, and then this is just scrolling here. You could have a website like this where the menu goes in and out like this, or sometimes the menu just pops up here as well in the left corner. But this one, it's like a big pop-up menu, and then you go to the menu like that, and then this is a scrolling website. So it's a kind of a hybrid between scrolling, but then the menu is a different type of way. And then websites are just kind of a variation of these depending on where the navigation is, and also the way the mobile site works as well. Can we click the mobile? Yeah, see, so here's the mobile version of that. And again, the menu is the same. Mobile on this one, the menu's up top. You scroll it and it opens up, close it, and you can shop around. Sale. Takes you to the sale items. Very clean, very simple. So choose your website wisely. I mean, really it comes down to the image you're trying to show off. As far as your next is like your logo, I don't think logos are very important. This person doesn't even have a logo. They just have their name. I mean, a lot of people spend so much time thinking about their logo, when if you spent more time thinking about your target market and just getting more public relations and getting people talking about your brand, that's way more valuable time. Spend your time on that. You're going to get more value for it. Moving along, I actually have Weebly open here. Wix, Weebly, Squarespace, they're all really easy to use. You do not need to know how to use HTML. It's all drag and drop. I can drag a title, I can drag a text, I can drag an image over here, and I can just drag it into the spaces. I have my menu here. I can go to pages. I can see them here as well. I can create a new page. I can create a store page. It's so easy that I'm not going to spend much time showing you how to do it, because a lot of it is just trial and error. And if you do get stuck, you can always use a search. But here I'll just show you. I have the logo, I have the pages, I put a phone number and an email button, so when you click this it goes straight to your email and it sends an email. I have a call to action button in the upper left, because at the end of the day, My sister wants to get new clients. She's hoping that people will join her gym, start going to classes. So that's most important, is get the traffic to her website, get customers in her door. So we have that going on here, and what she does. Really quick, really simple, a picture of her. We added a video so you can see what her gym looks like and what one of her classes is like, and then some pictures. You have before after pictures and some happy clients. And then we leverage the 5-star reviews in the Instagram, the Facebook, and the YouTube. Also, I feel like photos are really important for this particular type of business, and I have some galleries here as well. We're in the editing section of this page, but as you can see, it's a very simple, easy website. It's got 5 pages. You don't have to scroll much. Most of the things that are most important are at the top or the upper left, and it's easy to navigate. If you go to the mobile version, again, easy to navigate. You have the menu. You have the phone number. You have the picture gallery is easy to see. If you want to go back to contact, there's a phone number. You can see her 5-star Yelp reviews. There's a map to get to her establishment. So nothing super fancy here, a really basic website, but it does everything she needs it to do. I showed you Weebly. Now here's Wix. Here's just a little website I was messing around with for myself. As you can see, it's so easy to make a website. You just go add. You can add a text. You can add image. You can add gallery, slideshow, button, box. You can add a blog. You can add a store. You can do all sorts of stuff. Social media links. It's really easy. A lot of it's done for you. You can change the colors. There's full flexibility. They have little grid lines on here. I can change my background so easily. I can do video, images, or colors. I picked the fonts I wanted. I picked the background I wanted, the colors I liked. I did my green call to action button to get started in my upper left-hand corner. It's a scrolling style website. Let's see what it looks like. Boom. There it is. I haven't paid for this one yet. It's a free account. That's why it says create a Wix site free. But as you can see, if you click the button, it scrolls you down to the bottom where you can call me or fill this out and send me an email. This would also go away if I started paying for this. But as you can see, or you can just scroll yourself. And I have my happy clients, some websites I've worked on. We saw T2G Fitness. And what I do. And you want to throw some keywords in there, what I do, so it comes up in the search engine results. We'll talk more about that later. But it's a very simple website, but it does its job. It's fun. It's clean. It's simple. And so this is another style of website. Last thing is to test your website on different monitors. This shouldn't be an issue, but it's always good to go ahead and do this anyways. Go to quicktools.com/screenfly. You just enter in your website. So this is the website I just built. And I could see what it looks like on a 10-inch netbook, a little 12-inch netbook, a 13-inch, a 15-inch. And this is very common. 15-inch is what most people are going to be viewing my website on. You can say allow scrolling if you want to be able to scroll the website and see the whole thing, or unallow it. But or on the biggest monitor, like a 24-inch monitor, which is actually what I'm looking at right now. My computer monitor is 24-inch. So it shows you how different people will experience your website. And you can also do it with tablet and phone. It's a little weirder though. What I recommend is if you can't, I can't get it to work right now. I don't know what's wrong with this. It should go to a mobile version of this website. But if I type this website in on my own personal phone, I could see what it looks like on mobile. The other way I could do it is I could switch to the edit mobile mode, and I can see what my website looks like on mobile. And again, I can edit it here as well. I can change the text, all sorts of stuff. That's it for this week's lesson. Your homework is to start building the website. I know you might run into problems and maybe you might get stuck, but just keep moving along, see how far you can go, and get something started. And then if you have any questions, ask me through email or through Skype. All right, I'll see you in a week.